Okay, I came up to Galway, which is about like an hour and a half from Limerick, if even that, and I came up basically for the Christmas market, which is in the main park in the city, and it's usually very open, but they've got a lot of fences up because there are a bunch of shops just along this, or I guess stalls would be a more appropriate word, along this little thing, and a Ferris wheel. And I'm not going to be able to stay after dark because with the blind cane it's just hard to maneuver, but I would love to be able to do that and see it all lit up because I bet it's beautiful. But yeah, they've got some interesting tree art going on, which is cute. And then yeah, so I think I'm just gonna walk around and look at the stalls because they go basically all the way around, and there's a giant white, I'm assuming it's a snowball in the middle, but it's some art thing, I don't even know. Oh, I guess it's open over there, so I could go look at it if you want to come with. But yeah. Ah, that's awesome. Ninja Turtle hat. I need one. I'm probably not buying anything though. I got here, it's like 11, or not even 11 yet, so a lot of things are closed still. I don't think it really gets in full swing until like late afternoon, early evening, but I'm not gonna be here for that long, so I'm just kind of wandering about and seeing what I can find, if anything. But yeah, this is really pretty. They did some trees over there. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Ah, that worked, sort of. Trees and little white plants and giant snowball globe thing, and then there's some more trees over there. And yeah, that Ferris wheel actually looks pretty epic. I kind of want to go on it, but I don't think they're going to start it for a while. I guess I could see later on in the afternoon. But yeah, it looks like they're just getting set up, so I'm gonna go wander around Galway because I love Galway. It's got a really cool vibe to it, and I haven't really explored very much. I actually lived here about 10 years ago. I came over on a work visa, and I was in Edinburgh for like 6 months, and then I could spend 4 months in Galway, which I tried, but it was 2008, so the Depression had just hit, and there weren't any jobs. So yeah, I didn't stay, but I always loved Galway, and yeah, so that's the thing. But yeah, I'm just gonna walk around, and if anything's open in the market, I'll check it out, but I think I'm just gonna kind of make a circle because like the main part of town isn't that huge, and I think I can probably handle it walking, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll make some video if anything happens to be open this time around. Okay, I came right back because they made a really cute gingerbread house, and it's got some, what are those guys called? All right, gingerbread men, I guess. And then there's some mushrooms and a wooden reindeer thing. And I think that's a lollipop over on the fence. I can't really tell, but yeah, it's very sunny out today, so that's wonderful. It's still kind of cold, but yeah, I just thought that was really cute, so I wanted to throw that in when I could. He or she is probably not going to want to look at me, but this birdie here is pretty awesome, and I don't want to get too close. But when I was rolling my cane around, it seemed a bit aggravated by the noise, so let me see, maybe I can get a bit closer. Can I get some water maybe? I can't tell. Hey, duder. What you doing? Huh? You're pretty cool. It's huge. Whatever it is. I don't even know. Like, some kind of duck, maybe? I guess for the feet. Anyway, yeah. Birds are cool. Dinosaurs. So one of the main sites that I wanted to see here in Galway is the medieval town walls, and I googled some information last night, and I thought my screen reader was just on crack because it kept telling me that it was inside the shopping mall, and I thought, well, that can't be right. I thought maybe there were like signs telling you where to go inside the shopping mall. So I came to the mall, and I'm in the mall, and here is the turret of the original medieval city walls, and then here's the walls, and then placards just going down to tell you of the building of the walls. And of course it's quite decorated now for Christmas and whatnot, and there's a restaurant down there, so I can't really, it's like reserved seating, so I can't really walk down there, though I'd like to. There's a cool little staircase going up into it, but yeah, yeah, apparently construction on these things started in the 1400s, I believe, and yeah, so that's cool. But yeah, my screen reader is kind of weird, so sorry, I'm like right, there's a staircase and I can't really do anything, so but yeah, it seems pretty cool. I mean, there's a shop in there now, like I could go in, but I don't really care. It's just like a shop that does personalization of printing things, I believe. I mean, it looks cool, but I don't need that, so I'm not gonna go in there. It's not like an actual tourist attraction, I don't think, but it's funny because with my screen reader, sometimes it'll read things to me and it just makes absolutely no sense. And I either think, well, it's just because it's reading the wrong part of the page and it's interpreting it as something that goes with the page, because it does that. Sorry, I'm trying not to get a bunch of people in here, but I can't really see them as they walk by, and I'm trying to get like the tower and everything, but I think I have to be like right on it to do anything, so it's probably not going to be too successful here. I'm trying not to get everybody. And there's some musicians setting up, so that might be kind of cool, so staying here. But yeah, so I'm going to depart the mall because I don't like shopping malls that much. They're not really that appealing to me because I don't really like shopping. I mean, I like looking at stuff, but there's too many people and they're all too excitable, and it's Christmas, so yeah, I'm gonna stop this and quit recording everyone. But yeah, Galway city, medieval city walls are in the middle of a mall. Or I guess they just built up a mall around it, which obviously they would have had to. But yeah, okay. I found more information. Probably can't read this at all, but this tower was, there's a document from 1424 that talks about it, and it's just referred to as the new tower, and it's just at a corner of the city walls, so that's kind of cool. And the shop inside is actually audiovisual and photographs and video production, stuff of that sort, which is kind of cool. But again, as I don't need any of that, I'm not going to do the thing. Anyway, yeah, information on awesome medieval walls. And those are so cool. It's just like, that's the second level of the mall up there. Like beyond the walls there, people are just walk in and there's a coffee shop, and that's kind of cool. And I mean, it's Christmas time, so all the Christmas decorations and music, but yeah. Okay, this is St. Augustine's Parish in Galway, and it's, I mean, we're in Ireland, so there's a lot of huge, beautiful churches, of which this is one, but it was one of the things that I was hoping to see. When sorry for the truck noise, but when I came out of the shopping mall that I was in, I basically took the right exit somehow. Not really sure how that happened, but I came out right onto St. Augustine Street, which is one of the streets that leads down to a lot of the tourist attractions that I was going to look at. And not so much tourist attractions as like historical landmarks, because I don't really care that much about museums and things of that sort. I mean, I care, but they're not that exciting to me. It's just sort of a thing that's there, and I find them kind of detached and not something I can experience. I was considering trying to go inside and looking at the architecture inside the church here, but I'm actually going to see the Galway Cathedral, which is even more incredible looking, so I figured I would just do that. And you can see how tall it is just from the height of that van. It's like probably at least 3 or 4 stories, I can't tell, but it's huge and beautiful. So I'm just gonna keep walking down this way for a bit. There's apparently some other thing, but I'm not sure. I think it's called the Hall of the Red Earl on this road, so I'm gonna look for that and see what it is, but I think it's more of like a touristy thing with tour guides and whatnot, so I don't know if I'm gonna partake. I'll check it out anyway. So alright, I'm gonna stop filming people as they go by. Only in Ireland would you find a manhole cover like this. It's pretty awesome. I'm not sure what it's supposed to represent. There's actually an Indian restaurant next door, and I'm not sure if this is Celtic or more Eastern, but either way, it's pretty cool. So I just wanted to throw that in. Okay, I was gonna show you the Spanish Arch, which is this guy, but he is under construction because there are 2 arches out of, I think the little sign up there says originally 4. Not sure, let me zoom. I can't see a thing, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, it's not much of a tourist attraction since it's kind of not really open, but there's a river, so I mean that's cool. Yeah. It's actually kind of surreal because I stood here about 10 years ago, and it's really weird to be back. So that's the thing. This is the Galway Museum next door, and it's pretty cool and all that, but I don't care enough to actually go in. So I'm gonna go try to go down this little thing called the Long Walk, which is along the river, and see. There's a particular bridge that I want to go to that has a waterfall next to it, so I'm gonna try and find that. But yeah, I don't know, all these little clips are gonna be so boring when I put them together because there's nothing to really talk about. I mean, everything's either torn down or not open or whatever, and it's not like I've really looked for much yet, so I guess I'll just go try again. Okay, so this probably isn't going to be very epic, for which I apologize, but there is a little, I don't know if you can even see it from here. I'm kind of afraid to hold my phone up over, but maybe you can see a little more that way. But yeah, there's a swamp-like thing. I think it's part of another tributary of the Corrib River here, but it kind of has a little canal. I guess it's not a canal, like a, God, I don't even, diversion for it to go into the actual river over here. And this is not going to be beautiful, but hold on, let me see if I can do this a little bit of justice. And yeah, waterfall from above. That's awesome. But yeah, I like how there's all the safety at this side, but you step over the swamp, and I mean there is safety around where it starts leading the water downward, but you can just walk right into the damn swamp. They don't care. So that's cool. But the little bridge that I wanted to go to is right there. It's like literally a 30-second walk, so I'm gonna do that. And then that green spire in the distance is the cathedral I was wanting to go to. There's a little stop I want to make first, so I might do that. And I can't zoom on this stupid thing, but I'm sure you can see the spire. Anyway, I'll let you know once I get there. I just wanted to note that the river is insanely turbulent right here. Yeah, you can probably see the waves going on, which is kind of cool. And there's an island over there. I believe that's Nuns Island, but I don't really want to go over, so I'm not going to. But yeah, that's a thing. So I think you can kind of see a little bit of where the man-made waterfall is coming through, because I'm pretty sure that's not a natural one. Pretty sure they just did it for the city itself, but it's still kind of cool. And I mean, everyone got the safety, got the old antique bikes and the water thingy-did. Ooh, wooden bridge thingy. Ramp, I guess. It's not a bridge. It's just a thing. But I have no real desire to cross the bridge, so I think I am just going to go across the street here and see if I can't look at the waterfall, and then keep going to the cathedral. I keep trying to like not fall on my face, and I keep falling on my face because sidewalks in Ireland are historically not that great. Hooray! Foxicle! And yeah, going over the little more picturesque part, I believe. That means we're Corb in Irish, I believe. But there's a little waterfall. That's cool. I mean, I know it's not epic and I know it's man-made, but it's still kind of pretty. There's a little observation deck area over here that I want to check out. So, gonna do the thing. Yeah. This is difficult. My cane hates me. Just kind of like, why? Why are you doing this? You are blind. And yes, I'm aware. But I don't care all that much at the moment, so whatever. Hometown houses its own archways, mill wheels, and weirs, and the flowing of water below for too many years. Cathedral. That's kind of cool. Kind of the picturesque thing. Okay, I just wanted to display this epic pig. He is a symbol of the butcher and sausage manufacturers next door. They have been very good, evidently, because they are manufacturing the sausage. And right over there is a little monument I want to see, so I need to try and get across, but it's a one-way, so it shouldn't be too terrible. If I can squeeze through the cars here, yeah, I think so. Hold on. Sorry, it's always so awkward when I cross streets. And church, but again, Ireland, so always churches. They never stop. Oh, apparently that's St. Nicholas's church. Cool for him. I mean, I am not religious at all, but I don't know. But I believe, yeah, this is it. Cool. Sorry. See if I can back up and actually get a decent shot. But this is called Lynch's Memorial Window, and it's just like a little structure. I believe At one point it was a house, but from what I read, you see, there's no information on it or anything, which is kind of weird, but okay. Yeah, warden. Oh, it's just the Vickers. Is that pronounced Vickers or Vikers? I think it's Vickers. But I could easily be wrong. I'm very bad at things like that. Lynch Memorial window. Recited 1978. Alright. That's cool. But apparently, from what I've heard, oh, there's a sign up there, but I can't read it at all. So, from what I remember off Google, it was where one of the council members or some governmental dude in town, his son was basically a murderer, and he was just running around raping all the women and killing them and whatnot. So yeah, the father, Mr. Lynch, I suppose, he hung his son from that window, and that is where the term lynch comes from, if you're gonna hang somebody. So a lynching comes from this spot in the world. I could be wrong about some of the small details on that, but I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure that's what I remember reading last night when I was Googling all this stuff. Like I said, there is information on the sign above the skull and crossbones, but I can't read a word of it, so I'm just not even gonna bother. And apparently this was part of their home when it was more toward the city center, because I'm a bit a different place. But yeah, walking very lovely. But yeah, this was part of their house, and that was the door, and that was the window, obviously. And then the skull and crossbones, I think, is just for decoration, because that guy was, I think his dad was upset because he wasn't, or I think Lynch himself, the murderer dude, may have been the councilman or the government guy, and I don't know, his dad was upset that he wasn't going to be punished, so he just did it himself. And but yeah, that was one of the main things I wanted to come to Galway to see, so I'm really excited that I made it here without killing me quite a bit more than I normally do. I found a really cute little resting area. There are 3 of these little benches, and it rained, but somebody thankfully wiped this one down. And over there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a bus going across the bridge there, and that is the bridge I want to go to. And yeah, it's like a 30-second walk. Well, maybe a little more than that for me, but whatever. This is the swampy river I showed you before, that they made a little diversion that could go down into the other, or the main river, River Corrib. And it's just really pretty here. I mean, mossy trees, I love moss, and just, yeah, beautiful. And it's kind of funny because this is a clothing store, from what I understand, but the river just goes on through it. They don't care. Like, whatever. Yeah. So that's the thing. But yeah, I am supremely out of shape, which I am working on, but it's a little tough when your kidneys are failing and your lungs aren't really working all that great. But yeah, I am trying to get a lot better and build my endurance back up, because I used to walk so much, and I probably did a good had to be at least 5 kilometers today, which for me is a lot. So I'm not at all ashamed of myself. It's just I need to catch my breath a bit, and to be honest, I'm probably gonna call a taxi back to the bus station area, which the Christmas market is literally right across the street from it. I'll see if that's open at all. But I need to stop at a convenience store and get something for dinner because my landlady isn't, something in there that was stinking up the fridge, and I don't see all that well, so I felt bad, but it was also kind of like, well, what do you want me to do? I can't see it, so I threw basically everything in the fridge away, so I have no food, and I don't feel like going to a grocery store, so screw it. I'm just gonna go to a convenience store and get a sandwich or something, but I have essays to work on anyway, so yeah. But yeah, my battery is less than halfway, and I don't have a charge. I'm just gonna let this go here. Okay, this is the cathedral coming across the bridge. Yeah, it's gorgeous, and I'm gonna go try and get inside. So I made it inside the Galway Cathedral, and there is a miniature copy here. It is absolutely gorgeous in here. There is the dome up there, lit up in purple. I'm fairly certain the lights can change colors. It is a massive cathedral. There are little offshoots to the main worship area. I'm not sure exactly what those are for, but they're gorgeous. I can't. And just the art and the architecture. This cathedral building began in 1957 when the Archbishop consecrated the area, and the official church of Galway used to be in the city center area, but I believe this opened in the early 60s. I'm not positive exactly when. May have been later than that, but I believe I read it was the 60s. I will go over here a bit. Marble flooring. There is some really intricate stuff going on. The front doors are over there where that rosette window is, and the little glass thing below it, that's the entrance hall there. And yeah, crucifix, which you've got to have. That is amazing. Just the woodwork on that ceiling. I feel so bad using my cane on these floors. But, oh, look at that. That is gorgeous. I'm sorry if you can't hear me, but I feel rude speaking loudly in a church. Okay. There's just a keg of holy water with a spigot. That's cool. Oh, there's a gift shop. That's cool. But yeah, this is basically more of the same. I'm just in awe of the architecture in here. You can see a bit of the dome and a bit more of the ceiling. But I'm going to stop this because it's going to tell me my microphone isn't working anymore. Plus I feel rude. So, the pews are very ornately done as well. And of course, it wouldn't be a Catholic cathedral without the kneeling pad thingies. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in. But this is an absolutely breathtakingly gorgeous building. And of course it's Christmas time, so all the Christmas music is playing. I hope YouTube doesn't get upset over Christmas carols because I have no control over it. But yeah. Okay, it looks like they've turned the lights on in some capacity for the Ferris wheel over there. and some of the lights on the market stalled, but I'm sitting at the bus station, like that's my bus, so it's not time yet, but I mean, may as well be here. So yeah, sorry I didn't get much more of the Christmas market, but it just wasn't open, so that was kind of a thing. And by the time I came back, honestly, I just went to Starbucks and got a drink and am now hanging out here. Honestly, I don't want to buy anything anyway, so it would just be to see the lights, and it's not dark, so like, I mean, you could see a little bit of them flashing on the Ferris wheel, but not enough to really care that much about. And I could go look at the knickknacks, but it's kind of like, why? I'm not gonna buy any, so kind of pointless. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna take off here and go back to Limerick, but thanks for coming with me.